and be kind and be polite and respectful, and that's what I will be doing throughout my career. So test me. So like I said to you before, I am very spiritual. I've had a lot of deaths in my family recently. I'm sorry to make it sad.
Okay.
But yeah, so I feel like when you're going to sleep, I can't believe you're still laughing. It's between Italian and Pakistani food. For real, like, and I.
There's loads of people that I was meeting for the first time, so I was thinking, do I really want
Yeah, you
all
don't
of
want
these
everyone at
strangers
your house.
inside
Yeah.
my house like that?
Definitely not. I would not be doing that.
Right?
I'm the same though, because I record music at my house. I don't go to a studio at all.
Yeah.
Well, apart from that, that's a lie. If I get invited to the studio or I have
Mhm.
a feature like another artist, then I go to a studio to record. But yeah, I couldn't be having everyone at my house. No
Yeah.
way.
And like I think in the beginning, well, this is still the beginning, but before I started actually posting videos, the people that were going to record with me, they were just friends.
Right. Okay.
So they already knew where I lived anyways. But then once I started actually getting other people that I've never met before, I realized that was a problem.
For real.
I'm really sad that you gave me a clue that made me figure out your name. I had a whole thing prepared.
It's all good though. Don't worry.
I wanted to guide you through my research process.
Right. Okay.
But now I think there's no point.
To be fair, it's one of them, like, I haven't had social media since I was like younger, and like I didn't even like it then. I just had it because everyone else had it, and then yeah, got rid of it, and then yeah, literally just got it back. Maybe 2022, I started back on it, but I didn't post at all. And then obviously when my music started, that's when like I really started to post on it. So
Is that why you reactivated it again? Because you started like posting your music?
just because of music. Like I wouldn't have it if I could choose.
I want to be like that.
Yeah.
Because why do I even have it? There's no point.
It's fair. But the thing is though, if you want to build a platform and you're doing this, like it's good to have that platform.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's addictive though.
It is. But I want to change it to be more like you though, because my on Instagram anyways is literally just my name. My first and last name. And it's not like there's a lot of people with my name here anyways. Ready? What's up, B? Welcome to another episode of the Pyjamas Club, a podcast where we talk about everything, nothing, and all the things in between. This week's guest is a mystery. I really like the preparation for the podcast because obviously it gives me an excuse to become a detective, I suppose. And it's always cool to find, especially when it comes to Manchester, how interesting the artists that are based here actually are. So this week's guest, in addition to being a mystery, he's a Manchester-based artist, and his music, how would I describe your music? I would definitely describe your music as smooth. It gives me big early 2000s R&B vibes. Loads of, I liked in your, well anyways, we're going to go into this, but there's some references to a few artists that I spot when I was like listening to some of the tracks. But yeah, smooth, very early 2000s R&B, very calming music somehow. Maybe it's just, I don't know. I think R&B music is calming. It doesn't really matter what it could be about heartbreak. It could be about like love and relationships or even just sex. But regardless, I would describe that as being calming. But anyways, this week's guest, No Substance. Woo!
Thank you for having me on.
Thanks for coming on the pod. How are you feeling?
Yeah, good. Good,
Yeah?
very good. Yeah, and I like how you described it as calming because I think the same. They can literally be talking about anything, but the way that some sings R&B, yeah, it can calm you down for sure.
I agree. I think, I don't know if it's maybe, you know how certain genres have certain melodies to it, like blues, for example, you have the blues scale, and even if someone is not necessarily using it in its correct order, it's still in the mix.
Yeah.
R&B must have one. I don't know enough about music theory to know if that's a thing or not. But yeah, calming for sure.
I hear it.
How else would you describe your music?
Oof. It's a hard one to describe. It's like, I don't know. Like you said, it's calming in a way, but I do talk about some some things on there that yeah, some hot topics. But yeah, we won't go into that too tough. But
Do you have a favorite track that you have out so far?
I'd say, whew, my two newest releases. So sometimes and intertwine. They're my favourites by far. Because I can see the development that I've made in the past couple of years to like from then to now. Yeah, I'd say sometimes it's probably my favourite track.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long did it take you to complete the song?
Sometimes probably about 3 to 4 hours, and then for Intertwine, which is I'd say my second favourite, maybe 2 hours.
Just 2 hours?
To write and then record, yeah.
You got a song done in like 2 hours.
Sometimes I'd be quick writing and do it. To be fair, I don't write my stuff, so what I do is I put a beat on, and then I just go from there and just flow with whatever sounds good. So, yeah, 2 hours for that.
Who writes your stuff?
I write all my stuff.
You write everything?
Yeah. So I write it. I didn't explain that properly. So I don't sit down with a pen and paper and write. I just punch my lines in. So when I'm listening to the music, I just say what I feel whilst I'm there in the room.
So you're like Lil Wayne, but like in the R&B.
Do you know who else does that though? Tory Lanez does that. He does that a lot.
Let's not cut that out.
Okay, sorry, I hear it though. But yeah, it's the easiest way for me to be able to come out with something original.
Oh, that's
100%.
cool. This was such a messy question, by the way. Who writes your music if it's not you? Crazy.
I've never had help write. Well, I've had like maybe one of my friends maybe put in a line there and then, but it's very rare. It's mainly me.
Are you usually alone when you're going through this entire process?
Yeah.
Really? You don't think that working, like actually writing music with people is helpful? Not anyone, just other people that like music as well, because otherwise, yeah.
It's a hard one. Like, I feel comfortable on my own in my room because I've got the whole thought process going on in my head. I don't have to think about what anyone else is thinking. I can just do it. But yeah, sometimes on the odd occasion, I've got one of my close mates. He's called Forward.
You have
he's
a
sick,
song
by the
with
way.
him, don't you?
Yeah, we do have a song. We have about 9 or 10 songs, but we've not released them yet. There's only one that's released called Slide. And then yeah, he literally just dropped his mixtape, EP on Friday, which is amazing. It's called Red Flags and Roses. And yeah. So when we get into the studio together, yeah, we can write together, and I can vibe with him. I have to be on the same level as someone. They have to match or even be just a little bit better, but still listen to what I have to say, and then I can write music with someone. But yeah, most of the time I'm on my own. That was a long answer, so I do apologize.
It's okay. We have time. I mean, you have an hour and a half. We have all the time in the world. The vibe thing. Well, you didn't say vibe. You said you have to be on the same level. So I guess you were more talking about skills, but vibes are also super important.
It's the same.
I actually think that vibes are more important. Well, if you are co-writing with someone, or if you already have your song in mind and you just want to have ideas, I think vibes is more important than skill, because
100%.
If you trust your own skills, I guess if someone is giving you, all someone needs to give you is maybe just one word or just a new melody, and then you can build something around that. Yeah,
facts. I feel like, yeah, you're 100% right with that. And that's what I meant by same level. I didn't mean like as in skill-wise. Vibes, you have to have the vibe. You have to have good vibes before you make music. I
mean, you could mean skills. If I was someone that can write a song in like 10 minutes, I wouldn't want someone that has no vocabulary and can't, like, I get it. It's okay for you to want someone that's the same level.
It's definitely both. 100% both. But yeah, you're correct. The vibes has to come first and then the skills second, 100%.
Yeah. Why the name No Substance? I mean, you knew this question was coming.
I did, yeah. I get asked this a lot. So it's one of them. So when I was in school and in college, I found it hard to concentrate because I've got ADHD and I'm dyslexic as well. So the teachers had a bit of a hard time with me. But yeah, the work rate was not there, not like the music. And yeah, they used to say that there was no substance to my work. So yeah, now I'd be giving them that substance, if you get me. Pause.
One of your teachers told you that?
Yeah, but yeah, in a way, yeah.
This is why I can't have kids, because if I had a child and my child comes back home and tells me that one of their teachers said they're catching hens, I'm going to jail.
I hear it.
That's insane.
Yeah. So yeah, we just thought of the idea. At first I wasn't 100% keen on the name, and then yeah, it's definitely grown on me, especially being in the music scene and meeting new people. Like, it's a very long name to say, but at the same time, so is The Weekend. So it's like no substance. It's the same kind of thing. But yeah, it means something, and that's what I like. But everyone in the music scene calls me Subby anyway, so it's just short.
Subby.
Yeah.
When you messaged me, you said that, and I was like, who is this person?
It's because I didn't want to say my name because you did.
That was funny. Well, I hope your teacher is, I was going to say, I hope your teacher is watching this, but who knows if that. But I hope your teacher comes across your songs and then checks your Spotify account and be like, oh, wow.
Yeah, I hope so. To be fair, I don't think about like the negative people that have been in my life, really. I've used them as like to push me in the right direction. But it's more the positive people. And I had a teacher in college, and he was called Johnny. And he was, shout out to Johnny Mellor, by the way, if he ever hears this, then yeah. he was like my favourite teacher of all time. So I did fashion photography, and he like pushed me in the right direction. He was
fashion photography.
Yeah, that's what I studied.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm into fashion. I love fashion. I feel like all the creative things go hand in hand, though. Like, if you're doing one thing, you're gonna like another thing in the creative industry. So yeah. But yeah, big shout out to Johnny Mellor if he ever hears this.
Shout out to Johnny. But yeah, we said about the when you're a creative person, your interests kind of expand a lot. If you're doing music, you kind of have to, because unless you are absolutely loaded, you have to be multiple things. You're not just a writer, you're not just a singer, you're not just a composer, you're all of these things. You're a social media manager, you're your own stylist, directive, like create whatever. You're just everything. So yeah, it does make sense. Do you play instruments too?
I don't, no. I tried in school. I tried to play the drums. Could not do it for the life of me. But I could, and I could get the rhythm of it, but I can only do something that I'm really passionate about. That's always been the same thing throughout my life. Like, yeah. There's loads of different things that I did, like, growing up, like sports and things like that I loved, but obviously grew out of. Yeah. But no instruments.
Did people suggest drums because you have ADHD? Because people did that to me.
Probably, but that would be the dumbest thing that they could do. Because imagine me on the drums all the time. Yeah, they'd have a headache. They'd have the biggest headache ever.
I mean, chances are if you're a kid with ADHD, you're going to give them a headache anyways. So you might as well grow some sort of skill from it. No. It was similar to me, but I don't know how to play drums, because I have this really bad habit of whatever people tell me to do, I will do the opposite. So my mom specifically, she really wanted me to learn how to play drums. So when I was diagnosed with ADHD in Portugal, there wasn't a lot of research done about this. People would just prescribe you Adderall, and then, which is really bad.
That's heavy.
Yeah, I know. It has a lot of negative effects in brain development and all of that stuff. So my mom basically did some research trying to figure out what else we could do. In the middle of her research, she was like, oh my God, music is one of the things that helps. Let's sign you up for everything that we can that is possible. So yeah, we tried drums, didn't work, I didn't like it. And I learned how to play violin and cello in church, because another fun thing.
That's impressive.
Well, I don't know. When you're a kid and you have a lot of free time. But yeah, so my parents, they didn't have a lot of money, and something that my dad thought, we can't really sign you up to all of these, but we can take you to church. That is free.
That is free. Also a great place to go.
So that's basically how it happened, essentially.
Can you still play now?
I'm better at cello than I am violin, but I want to get back to it. Every time I go back home, I still play around with them. Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
But I'm not good, trust me. I could be better. So how did your like music journey start? Did you start, because obviously that is a really good story for your name, but did you have like setbacks? Were you always like creating music, or did you stop at certain points?
So how I started making music is I've always sang, so I've always been singing. I'd be in my room singing Justin Bieber, Chris Brown, anyone. Like I'd be in my room just singing when I was a kid. And my mum clocked that I could sing, but she never told me, because whenever my mum has tried to like help me with something, I've just lost interest in it.
Okay.
It's mad. So she sort of, yeah, I got to thank my mum for that one, for not getting involved. But yeah, so I was, a few people have heard this before, but I was on the building site, because yeah, I've been doing building work for the past 5 years, which was tough, especially for a creative, because it's just not the place for a creative, but you need the money, so
Yeah.
and I can graft, so I've been doing that. But I was on the building site one day and I was singing, and this guy that I work with, he said to me, "Yo, you can sing, you know, like you should start singing." So yeah, that was the start of my singing journey, for real. Yeah, I've not stopped since then. Just trying and just getting better, recording on my phone. Obviously saving up to get my equipment, and then doing it from home, because I'm not paying them fees to go and record in the studio. Not for a couple of hours, and you know what, I can't concentrate when I'm around anyone else, so it's like, it's one of them. I have to really be like locked in. But yeah, so yeah, there's been setbacks. Obviously I've had to learn a lot to be able to do this, and to navigate through what to do. But yeah,
Yeah,
that's how it started.
Yeah, that's okay. So much information.
It's a lot.
So much information. My brain is like questions.
I know,
Bah, 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 bah. No, that's good. So how long ago was this?
So, when did I start properly? So I started making music. When I first started making music, this two different stories. So singing was like 2022, 2023. That was when I properly started. But making music, I started in 2020, I think it was. And I was trying to like come up with like sort of like melodic rap. That's what I wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
But it just wasn't my style. And obviously my friends said that I could sing, so I started singing. But yeah, one of my friends had an internship at where is it now? I've forgotten the name of the place, and people are gonna go mad at me for forgetting it. Abbey Road in London.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how you could forget that, but yeah,
It
Abbey
happens.
Road. So yeah, that was where I recorded my first ever track, and it was a rap song, and it was horrendous. And then since then I've just developed, just been getting better and better each time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Are you gonna go back to rap? The side eye.
Maybe not. I mean, obviously I've grown up listening to rap music, like everyone you can think of. Like Eminem was like the first, like my introduction. Tupac, Biggie, just listening to them as a kid, wanting to like make music, and just listening to how it made me feel at the time. But it just wasn't the avenue that I needed to go down. But also at the same time, I idolized singers, so
Yeah.
it's the same kind of thing. But yeah, I just thought that singing is definitely the route that I should go down, so I did. Yeah, and we're here.
Well, as a big fan of R&B, I'm glad you did. But obviously, I think there's different types of artists, right? There's people that really do enjoy music and like learning about it. Their style changes with time. Their interests change with time, but also like as you improve your skills, you are able to explore that more and probably go into different genres. So
For sure.
you might do that. I don't know if that's of interest. I had a question. Influences. So, okay, before we go into like influences, like who, do you have a favorite artist, or do you have like a top number of artists per genre? I don't know. How would you describe this?
It's so hard because like it changes throughout the years, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like your favorites go up and then they go down, or they might go back up again. It's one of them. But influences definitely. From growing up, 100% Justin Bieber, like he was like the main singing influence, like always. just because he can sing.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, even when everyone like hated on him, like when like maybe 2012, 2013 to like 2016, like I was listening to him and people would hate on it, and it was just like, yeah, but the guy can sing. Do you know what I mean? Like it's not. Anyway, but yeah, I'd say Justin Bieber's the main influence, and people like The Weeknd, 100%. But yeah, more nowadays, I'd say Kehlani and K1. K1 is my favorite artist. She's so good, bro. Like
She's really good.
she's like an inspiration for real. Like she's hard. But yeah, so that's from then to now. But yeah, Justin Bieber's still up there.
She has a new EP out, right?
Yeah.
I haven't listened to it yet.
Clean.
Do you have a favorite
clean.
track there?
It's hard, you know. Back of the Club is just like, ooh. I mean, listening to it in the gym and hard. Very hard tune. It's the melodies that just like, she can just, yeah. Yeah, she's vibes as well. You can tell she's vibes from like videos. So yeah, I'm a fan.
Okay.
For real.
Okay, I'm gonna listen to your EP. Okay, so these are like your influences, and Justin Bieber. That's like I wasn't expecting that at all. I love how I started with, what did I say? I said Aaliyah. I think I said D'Angelo, and you were like Kalani. It's just Bieber. And I was like, okay, I was off.
Aaliyah was very, very cold. Yeah, like the old school R&B, I am very much into it, but it's more the modern sounds that I love. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, without the old school R&B, there wouldn't be no new school R&B. So you have to pay homage to the greats. But yeah, those were my favorites though. Like growing up, 100%. I mean, I wouldn't even say Justin Bieber was solely R&B from. Like, he wasn't from the start. It's just
pop.
The singing. That's what caught me. But yeah,
it's so interesting that you could tell already that he was a good singer. Because I don't know, maybe.
Nah, he's good. Yeah.
No, so it's just that is very interesting. I've always liked music, but my dad, he's a big fan of blues and jazz. So I think when you grow up with that as a foundation, you become very judgmental of pop music.
See, I grew up listening to Donny Hathaway.
Okay.
Yeah. I like a bit of Donny Hathaway.
So I remember when loads of pop people would come up, we would all just be like, ugh, yeah. What is this?
No, I hear it. Jazz and blues is where it's like solely originated from, for real. Like that's where like it all started. So yeah, again, you have to be listening to from the start to now to understand where it all came from.
Yeah, for sure. But I guess what I was trying to say really is when you're put into that framework, it's hard to kind of go against your bias. So if you grow up thinking that there's a certain level of standard and that's the only thing that should be put out, then you automatically rule everything else that doesn't fit that out, right? And you deem it as something that is just not worthy of being published, which is not a good... it's not a good approach at all, because there's so many people that do pop music that are super talented, and when you are closing yourself to those genres, you're pretty much missing the whole point of that body of work, basically.
Yeah, I think things evolve from learning from like multiple different areas from outside of what you like. You can go outside of that and figure out. So with my wordplay in my songs, I've listened to A Boogie was like a person that was like I loved A Boogie. Like growing up listening to A Boogie helped me through hard times, and the way that he raps is like something that I wanted to replicate in my music when I first started making music. So it's one of them. Even though I love singing and that's what I wanted to do, I still remembered that I like A Boogie. So yeah, I try and put the wordplay in there when I first started. But yeah, hopefully I can go back to doing stuff like that. But I like the trajectory that I'm on right now. I like the R&B, like, yeah, modern day R&B, I'd say.
Modern day R&B, yeah. I think that neo soul now kind of turned into modern day R&B. I don't know if you would agree with that.
Yeah, I hear it. There's definitely a neo soul sound in a lot of modern day R&B artists, 100%. Yeah. And it's nice to hear as well. Yeah, because it's refreshing. Like, obviously you've got your early 2000s R&B, which is nice. But yeah, I was really heavily influenced by like early 2000s R&B. Like just the sound of it and the beats that I was starting to pick as well were like very early 2000s. But I'd say that now I'm going a little bit more towards like the slower sort of like, I don't know, romantic kind of beats, if you get me.
Yeah. You need a Dancing in the Rain music video.
You're right. Like you're right.
Back in the day.
No, you're right. You're right.
Every good like R&B song, especially if the topic of the song is love, not necessarily like sex, but like love specifically, there was always someone dancing in the rain. So you need that. Please bring it back.
I can try. What's it called? I've been thinking of. So this is the first time I'm going to say this. I'm going to be putting an EP out.
Nice.
Hopefully next month.
Okay.
So I'm in the works of that at the minute. The two songs that I've just released now, Sometimes Intertwined, will be on there. The response I got off them was great, so they have to be on there. But yeah, there's going to be 6 tracks in total. So what's that? There's 4 new tracks that are going to be, and I'll try and make a Dance in the Rain one. For real, I'll try my best. I've got the sounds that I wanna put on the tape. So yeah.
That's exciting. Do you have a specific date for the launch already?
Not yet. It's gonna be in August though. Yeah.
I'm excited. Cool. And it's the first time. I don't know when this is gonna be out, but regardless.
Hopefully it's not out tomorrow.
No. I can't edit that fast. Not even if I wanted to. I have one more question for you before we change the topic. So your writing process, you just explained kind of, that's so impressive to me. I think I really like writing, but I'm one of those people that I get really in my head if I'm writing for myself. If I'm writing for other people, easy. Like just anything go. But if I'm writing for myself, so I think people that describe themselves as perfectionists, really, they're just procrastinators. They'll always find an excuse to not complete something. Yeah. I think, unfortunately, that's where I am. I fall under that.
I hear it. I was exactly the same. I've always been a perfectionist with anything that I've done. It's being scared that it's not going to be good enough for everyone else. But at the same time, you have to let that go, you know. Like, I don't know about you, but I'm very spiritual, so it's like you have to let go and sort of let whatever's gonna come to play, if you know what I mean. But yeah, procrastinating, you have to try your best to get out of that, because you'll never ever, like, you won't release things if you procrastinate too much. So yeah, and there's people that are always gonna find faults or like whatever in whatever you do. So
yeah, for sure. I think personally, it's not really necessarily about what other people will think. It's just, it's literally about what I think.
Yeah. I hear
it. Which is probably worse. It would be
way worse, because you're judging yourself way more than anyone else.
Yeah, exactly. 100%. Your worst critic. So on the pod, we have a segment called Bedtime Thoughts, which is essentially a moment that we share. Just like things that we thought of recently before going to bed. So I'm going to let you go first.
You can't make me go first.
Come on.
No, because you told me about this and then I was like, ooh, she says that the other guests have been funny, but mine are not funny, bro.
Someone was really deep once.
Yeah, mine are deep, I can't lie.
You can't beat this one, honestly. Someone was like, it was during the general elections or something, or sorry, the elections in Portugal.
Okay.
The whole world is moving towards, really crazy place, politically speaking, right now. So they were like, I realized that I might get deported in a few years if I don't like get a British citizenship. And I was like, whoa, this is supposed to be funny. What are we doing here? So you can't beat this. So go on.
No, I can't beat that. So like I said to you before, I am very spiritual. I've had a lot of deaths in my family recently. I'm sorry to make it sad.
Okay.
But yeah, so I feel like when you're going to sleep, I can't believe you're still laughing.
I'm sorry. Okay, listen, I am one of those people.
No, I know.
When I get nervous, I'll just laugh.
I hear it.
I'm sorry.
You don't need to be nervous. You're calm. But yeah, so I believe personally, before you go to bed, they're the times where your mind is really at ease and you're where you need to be in terms of like between not thinking and thinking. I don't really know how to describe it, but anyway, before I go to bed, I always like, I feel like my loved ones are there, basically. That's the last thing that I think about, like, most of the time since the deaths have happened. But yeah, I'm so sorry to make that so
No,
deep.
I'm sorry. That's fine. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it's
And you said deaths, like plural.
yeah. I've had 3 deaths. Yeah, my grandma, who was my best friend, yeah, she passed away last September, and it still feels like 5 minutes ago. Yeah, she was like the head of the family, so yeah. So yeah, she passed away sadly, and then we lost my cat, which people are gonna be like, oh, why is he talking about that? But yeah,
Whoever says that, you're a dumb bitch. Sorry, carry on.
I'm a dog person at heart, but yeah, we lost my cat, and that was tough for the whole family. And then my granddad passed away on my dad's side, who I was very close to as well. So yeah, very quick. But it's life, and these are the things that like I can resonate before I go to bed, because it's like that's where I feel like the spirituality is at its highest, because you're not conscious, but you're not unconscious, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Oh, people are gonna go at me in the comments for this if this gets.
They're not. I'm sorry about all of those losses. That's a lot, especially it's a lot in general, but in such a short period of time. The fact that you are able to even talk about that without crying, that is really impressive.
I nearly teared up, but I'm not doing that. I can't do that.
And but I like the positive view that you have on this. Maybe the fact that you are spiritual helps with that, and
100%.
It's so beautiful that you think about them before going to sleep.
It's not even it's not even that I'm thinking about them. It's just that that's what comes to mind, or that's what presents itself. So it's like it's not like it's a chosen thing to think about. That's just what it has been. And I could have come on here and lied about and said something funny, but I've got to be real and truthful. So, and when you said like the other ones have been hella funny, so I was just like, oh no, I'm gonna be like, oh, what do I say?
It's
But,
okay.
yeah.
We have artists here all the time, so everything is unpredictable. Well, I know for a fact that I can tell mine now, because that was way too deep for me to talk about like shoes.
You have to tell us yours.
I think we're gonna digress.
I digress.
Fun.
Oh no, you
story,
can't leave it.
I guess. No, wait. It's kind of linked to
Okay.
people passing away, I guess. So, my grandma, she passed away when I was a kid. I don't remember how old I was, but she was basically, when we moved from Angola, me and my parents, we moved to basically run away from war, and then we moved to Portugal. She is not my biological grandma, but she's a friend that my mom made along the way, somehow in the middle of that journey, and she just took us in, basically me and the rest of my family. So she was the biggest boss that I've ever met in my whole life, and I don't know if this is spiritual, but I do think that everything in life happens for a reason, and I think that sometimes if we are open to good things coming into our lives, then we get strategically positioned in the places we should be, and then we meet the people that we are supposed to meet, but we need to want to be in that place, if that makes sense. So my mom met her, my grandma, blah, blah. She used to think that I was a witch, but like not in a negative, like, oh my God, witch. Blah, blah, blah. No, but she used to think that that I had some sort of connection with the spiritual world. I don't know. And one of the things that she used to tell me a lot is that she used to say that when she passes away, that I will be the person that she will be communicating through. Which is crazy. Why would you say that to a kid? First of all, insane. But anyways, it's fine.
Kids, like children are meant to be the ones that like are able to see spirituality. We've had it in my family with my younger brother and sister, and we've had some weird stuff. But go on, carry on.
I don't think she meant just in that period of time as like
Right,
when
okay,
I was
but
a
you were
kid
gonna be the
in
one.
general. Yeah, that
Okay.
I'm the one
Makes
basically.
sense.
And then she described how this would happen basically. And obviously I'm a scientist in terms of like what I did in university and stuff like that.
Okay.
So I understand the effects that how powerful your brain is, I guess. So if you really truly believe in something, then immediately that becomes true.
Mm-hmm.
And there's neural structures in our brain that kind of create those things and make those things happen.
Yeah.
So the fact that she said that to me and it turned into an important moment, obviously I will remember that and will probably try to replicate that. So I don't even know. Like the scientist in me is like...
Did she communicate with you, do you think?
Yes, for sure. In the way that she described it as well. And she was like, I've been very fortunate in life. I've never really I've experienced losing her and my granddad, but I was really young. And it wasn't... I think different cultures have different relationships with death. Mm-hmm. So again, I was really fortunate because the way that we look at it, it's not as such a negative thing. It's
a blessing in a way.
Yeah. So it's like part of life, basically. It's part of the ritual of being alive, I guess. So it doesn't hit. I'm going to say it doesn't hit as much, but that's not true because, again, I've never really experienced it, right? I lost my grandma when I was a kid. But anyways, this is taking too long. My point is, what was even my point?
You were relating to what I was saying, and I'm glad you did that because it's nice to hear that, especially coming from someone who believes or works in a scientific way. For you to experience something that is spiritual is quite big. There's a lot of academic people that wouldn't have necessarily believed in anything spiritual before they had spiritual awakenings, if you know what I mean. Mm-hmm. But yeah, the main thing that has helped me through all of that was a guy whose book my mum told me about, and he's called Eckhart Tolle. I don't know if you've heard of him. He wrote a book called The Power of Now, which has guided me spiritually through being able to understand life and cope with life, if you know what I mean. Mm-hmm. And ever since I read this book, it has changed everything about my life, the way I see life, the way that I maneuver through life. And yeah, I wouldn't have been able to be performing without this book. It was that like intense for me. And we read it just before my gran died, and I listened to it religiously because I don't read because I'm dyslexic. It's too much. So I listened to it, and yeah, that book is written by a guy who is intellectual but is now very spiritual because of what he went through. Mm-hmm. But yeah, The Power of Now. I'd definitely recommend it for you to listen to or read.
Okay.
Whichever. But yeah.
There's definitely a lot of academics that are fully, I don't want to say against religion, but they often debunk a lot of things about religion. Mm-hmm. But again, being religious and being spiritual are different things. And I don't think science is necessarily... I think science and spirituality or religion, which is science and faith, let's put it like that, should coexist instead of fighting against each other, because like physiologically, we are controlled by our like genes and all of that stuff. Mm-hmm. But there's also a lot of other things that happen that we don't really have a good explanation for. And if you are a researcher or a scientist, which basically means that you are just someone that is interested in learning shit, then, you should learn about it instead of just, shutting it down.
I hear it. That open-mindedness, if you like, it's, 100%. Hopefully one day everyone can live in peace. But
well, doesn't look like it's going to happen anytime soon.
You never know, though. I mean, yeah, I won't go into any political.
You can, religious. Please do it. No, all good.
I'd know, because I'm not. I am a Christian. Mm-hmm. I was born a Christian, but I would say I'm more spiritual. So it's one of them where things will sort itself out, or it won't. It's balance at the end of the day, and whether people decide to balance or don't balance, then that's just how the world's gonna go. But yeah,
Yeah.
I'd rather not get into it.
It's okay. You seem to have a very positive outlook on life.
I try. I definitely try. I've had too much negative to not be positive, you know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
yeah, you have to be. If you're going to maneuver through life, and especially doing what I want to do, you have to give it your all and be kind and be polite and respectful. And that's what I will be doing throughout my career. So test me. No, I'm kidding.
Like, okay, how am I gonna? Okay. Universe, he doesn't mean that. He doesn't want to get tested like that. It's just a joke. It's just a joke. Please, let's not.
No, I'm only messing. Yeah, it's just good to understand everyone's, or try and understand at least everyone's different standpoints on the world and the problems in the world. But you can just try and be kind and try and help as much as you can. But yeah, I won't go too deep into that one.
Okay, that was cute. Except for you asking the universe to try you. Let's
test me, bitch.
Jesus.
Nah.
Okay.
I've had enough tests.
Yes, please. Less enough. Okay, enough. Okay. So we have another segment called Pillow Talk, which is
you can barely say it now. Can't stop laughing.
You can't stop laughing
now?
No.
Go on.
Sorry. Did you? Yeah. So Pillow Talk is basically like a set of rapid fire questions. So I'm gonna ask you a few questions,
okay,
and you have to answer straight away. I don't want you to think too much. It's supposed to be the first thing that comes to your mind.
I'll try my best.
And don't worry about saying crazy stuff, because I've had my friends here. Like, we are really... There's some episodes that will never see the light of day because I will get cancelled so quick.
Okay.
So it's fine. Don't worry. Okay. So, what's the most embarrassing voice note on your phone right now?
Oof. Probably me trying to sing. Trying to come up with a melody or something. I ain't showing it.
Oh, okay.
It will be me trying to like come up with a melody, and it just be hella out of key because I'll have just woken up. I won't have even warm my voice up.
Do you ever listen to people do something and you're like, I need to do this. I can't stop until I am able to do this?
Music in general.
Oh, like the whole... Okay, well, that's...
Yeah, if I hear music that's like, oof, that hit me here, then yeah, and then I try and listen to it again and again and again, and it's like, that's how you learn.
Yeah, okay, but that's harder. Well, I mean, this is also hard, but I think that's a whole other level. So you try to replicate things that you like?
I wouldn't say replicate as such. How do I put this? So say if someone does like a melody that I really like, like I'll try and do something that's not the same, but I don't really know how to describe it.
So is it like, do you try to find a way of...
Making something as cool as that?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Replicate the vibe.
The vibe, that's it. It's the vibe.
It's the vibe.
It's the vibe, 100%.
Okay. I definitely have voice notes of me just trying to do other people's riffs. I spent so much time trying to do runs. Like...
Can you sing?
A little bit. just a little bit.
Okay.
But that's the downfall of listening to like really good vocalists, because that's what you compare yourself to. And that's not good because there's not a lot of them.
I mean, you can learn off that though. So if you try and replicate as much as you can, and then that is how you learn.
Okay.
Especially if you love it.
Okay. Listen, I agree. You can learn anything that you want to, and if you put time into it, you can learn. However, right? Let's be honest. There's certain, like athletes, for example. If you trained from a young age, you can become very good at that specific sport. However, there are biological things that people have in their bodies that makes them better at that sport. Like Michael Phelps and the size of his arms or whatever. There's something that he has, like two things that, yeah. It's the same thing with music, right? I don't want to say the size of your vocal cords, but there's something, I think it's the positioning of it can be a little bit different. It's smaller things like the size of your like nose bridge, for example, and how big is your mouth, where your jaw is positioned, and things like that. Those things also impact singing. So, yes, you can learn and you can be the best that you can be, but you won't be someone else, obviously.
No.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at, basically.
Well, you can try and replicate someone as much as you can, but you don't want to be someone else anyway, so it's not
You
hard,
don't.
does it?
Yeah, that's also true.
But yeah.
So, oh no, I lost my song. I mean, I lost my question.
Take your time.
What's a lyric you wrote that still hits you when you hear it back now?
That's a hard one to think about. God, I don't know, I've got so many songs out, and because I literally do it in 2 hours, I forget my own lyrics. Like, you can play my song and I'll know it word for word. But trying to remember what I've said in songs, myth. It's a myth. God, I have to... do you want to come back to that one, or shall I look at my phone?
I can try. I don't know if I'll remember, though. ADHD. Also bad memory in general. I can't blame ADHD for everything.
Let me think then.
Okay. We might get back to it if I can remember.
Okay.
Okay. Do you have... you like hip-hop? You like R&B? Is there any other genres that you are really... Let's put just one more that you're a really big fan of.
That I really like. Yeah, I do like jazz and soul, definitely.
Okay. Out of those
100%.
three, if you could collab with one legend from each one of those, who would it be?
Okay.
It can be dead or alive.
Okay,
What
would you class Donny Hathaway as? I'd say it's sort of...
I think blues and jazz is very
blues,
the same.
Yeah.
And yeah.
So yeah, we'll say blues then.
Okay.
Yeah, blues has got to be Donny Hathaway, 100%.
Okay.
So from R&B, K1, easy.
Okay.
100% K1. And that's not just because she's relevant, because me and my brethren found her before she was popping. Like, we literally found her, like, I think a year and a half before she was, like, popping like she was.
Yeah.
Bro, anyway, so yeah, K1.
I found her through Sasha Keeble because they're friends.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she's lit. She's very lit.
Yeah.
Yeah, she can sing.
Yeah.
She's a vocalist, bro.
I know.
And her aesthetic's sick as well. She's got a cool vibe.
Colombia, Latinos in the house.
Sorry. But yeah. If I'd have just let my intrusive thoughts go away with myself, then I would have... I was going to say something in Spanish, Portuguese, but I'm not going to say it.
Okay, so when I was listening to your music, there was one song, I don't remember the title, but you said something mi corazón or something like that. I don't remember fully. I should have taken notes of this.
This is what I mean about remembering my lyrics. I was going to say to you then, quien te preguntado, but I didn't say it. I'm trying to think of what I know what you're talking about.
I'm glad you do, because like it's your song. I feel like I'm giving you too many things to think about. Yeah,
it's my brain. Like as soon as I get put on the spot and I try and think of something, I can't remember.
Okay, that's fine. Let's go back to the other question. So, hip hop, that's the one missing.
Hip hop. Oof. Dead or alive?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Oh, I don't know.
If you say Tory Lanez, I'm gonna be so pissed off. I'm gonna kick you out of the studio right now.
I'd say A Boogie, because he is a rapper. 100% I'd say A Boogie. And I was gonna go into like the Tupacs or the Wu-Tangs, but they're not really on the same kind of vibe that I'd be able to match with, if you know what I mean. I wouldn't be able to like go into that, but yeah, with Boogie, he's a rapper, but he can sing as well, so it's one of them. But yeah, I'd say A Boogie, 100%.
Okay, cool. I like those answers.
Yeah.
I love how I have to approve the answers. That's really what matters here. I have to like.
Why are you hating on Tory though? I want to know.
I'm trying to keep this podcast friendly-ish. I know I laugh when you talk about that relative. Sorry, but I'm trying to keep this friendly-ish.
She did for real.
Sorry. I'm pretty sure I laughed at worse things. My coping mechanism in life, there's two. It's music and laughing. I will laugh at everything. I will make a joke out of everything. All of my worst moments in life, I have a joke for them. Which is, I don't know if it's good or bad, but it's just a thing that.
Yeah, it's good. I didn't take offense to it, so don't worry.
Thank you.
You're good.
Okay, I'm glad.
Because it's one of them where like I've come on a podcast and it's like you're trying to ask something that might not be specifically like a deep question, and then I've made it deep, so I get it.
I like deep conversations. That's fine.
Okay.
If
cool.
that's what was on your mind at the moment, then that's cool.
I can't do nothing but deep conversations, if I'm being honest.
I get that. I get it. I have my moments. So the line between deep conversations and problematic ones is really thin, and it's something that I tend to cross quite a lot. But anyways, next question. Because your music is very like R&B, like romantic, love, that stuff, what's the most emotionally unserious thing you've ever done to someone?
Whoa.
That's such a nice way of asking. What was the most fucked up thing that you've done to someone?
Right, okay. Oof. I'm not toxic like that, to be honest.
That's positive.
It really is. Like, obviously, when I was younger, like, I'd be doing what young men do, and yeah. But no, I can tell you something nice that I've done.
Okay, well, I mean, okay, if that's what
Wait,
you got.
say the question again.
Like the way it was written.
Again. Okay.
Oops. What's the most emotionally unserious thing you've ever done to someone?
Emotionally unserious.
So again, this is like a nice way of asking, like, what is the most, let's use the word toxic. What is the most toxic thing you've done to someone?
I used to get in a lot of fights when I was younger, so probably fighting.
Like over
fights.
Romantic?
Oh,
people.
You mean like in a romantic setting?
No, sorry, I just assumed that's where you would get it.
Into physical fights in a romantic
I know. That's not what I mean. I meant like maybe just fighting someone else over someone. You know what I mean? That's where I was going. But anyways,
I mean, I've left people because I've liked someone else. That's probably the meanest thing I've done. 100%. Like, I'm not. I'd like to think I'm definitely not messy nowadays. I'm pretty much happily married.
Oh, period.
I'm not
Love
married
that.
though.
Oh.
Hopefully I will be soon though.
Okay. I hope they're seeing this. Well, not now, but eventually when it's out and be like, yeah.
She will be seeing this. But
okay.
yeah, so yeah. Fucked up shit, I'm not. Yeah, no.
Okay, cool. Just tell me the nicest thing.
Okay. You put me on the spot again.
You wanted to talk about it.
Probably my first date with said person. Yeah, we went to the art museum in Manchester. Obviously it's one of them where it's like you want to get to know someone, so I feel like that was a good place to be able to talk about creative things as well, because it's in a creative setting. And then yeah, straight after that we went for Italian food, and then straight after that we went to the Everyman Cinema in Manchester, which is sick, by the way.
I'm gonna take that out. I don't want people going there. I go there every Monday, and I don't want. That's my solitude place. we went to
the cinema. Okay, we went to the cinema. Bougie ass cinema.
Too many clues.
Went to a bougie ass cinema in a different country, and then flew back on the private jet, and then basically, and then after that we went to another fancy restaurant, and then yeah.
See, that you can name drop. That's fine. The restaurant. You can
Sexy Fish. We went to Sexy Fish after that, and then.
Can I pause?
Okay, but we didn't eat there. We drank. Oh. We had a drink there. We didn't eat. Even though I love sushi and I love Japanese food, but yeah, we'd already eaten. So yeah. But that date cost me a bag. So yeah.
How did you have time for all of this? Did you meet at 9 a.m.?
We met early in the day, yeah. It was like literally an 8-hour date, and we've not finished that date since we first met, so yeah.
That is cute. Wow.
It was lit.
Okay.
It was lit.
Okay, nice. That's so cute.
Was that a good answer?
It was a good answer.
Okay.
Except for the fact that you almost ruined my solitude place. Not that people don't know where it is, but we don't want to bring more attention to it.
You could just bleep it out.
I might not, because this interaction was funny. But anyways. Okay, cool. Sexy fish. I don't like the vibe of that place, you know.
There are some bougie places in and around Manchester that be having a vibe. They be having not a great vibe. And yeah, we float in and out of them places, and then we do whatever we need to do, chill, and then leave.
Do you have a favorite restaurant in Manchester?
I'm not going to say that on here. No way am I saying it on here.
I can just copy out. I'm just curious now. I just want to know.
Right, okay, you can't tell anyone though.
I promise, I know.
In fact, actually, yeah, I do.
Is it bad? Why don't you want to say it?
Well, you didn't want to tell everyone where you went to the cinema. So
Oh, right. Sorry.
Exactly.
Yeah. You're right. Sorry. Yeah.
Come
Okay.
You better bleep this out.
I will, I promise.
My favorite spot.
Okay.
It's so like.
Okay. Can I be honest? People know about it.
Do you like it though? Yeah, but they know about it, but they don't know that I go there.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
I see.
Just because it's
nice.
like it's consistently good, and it's just like a scram, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's just like good food.
Okay.
Oof. But yeah, there's a couple of places in town, but I'm not gonna tell anymore.
Yeah, that's fine. That's cool. I have this love-hate relationship with Italian food.
Okay.
In the sense of I love it because, you know, how can you hate it? But at the same time, I think it's really basic, and adding cheese to things is like cheating, because cheese is not seasoning. And if you can't season your food, then you're not really, you know. So I'm heavily against spending money on Italian restaurants, because I'm like, I can just make it at home. With that being said, we went to Onda. It's at Oxford Road.
Onda,
yeah.
Yeah, I think I've heard of it before, but I've never been. Is it nice?
Yeah. I was like,
not
whoa.
seasoned, but yeah.
It's still not seasoned, but it was actually really nice, and I was impressed. And I don't know if I was impressed because like my expectations were already really, really low. My expectations were in hell, so it's not hard to go over when your expectations are.
I've never heard anyone.
Oh, I can put this in. I don't want to. Yes, I can. So,
my expectations were in hell. It's wild.
But it was really nice, and I would recommend.
Okay,
you should go there.
I might do. I'll have to check.
Yeah, go there on a date.
Go on. What are your three favorite foods?
Like dishes or cuisines?
No, as in cuisines. Like as in.
Okay. It's gonna be biased.
Okay.
Angolan has to be there. I grew up eating it. It's good. I love Korean food.
Korean barbecue.
Also good. Yes. Oof. I like the variety of it. It's really, really nice. And the third one, I think I'll put Hispanic food. There's a lot of overlap of like Venezuelan food, Colombian, Peruvian, whatever it is. Like it's very similar. Mm-hmm. You kind of see that people use the same ingredient, probably because of the region and stuff. Mm-hmm. And Brazilian food, which is probably the most different, I would say, out of the Latin America places. Yeah. So that would be my breakdown.
Okay.
What about yours?
Oof. Top three. So first one has definitely got to be Jamaican food. Yard food is like, yeah, that's my number one. That's like my comfort food. Okay. And then it's between Italian and Pakistani food. For real. Like, and I the way she turned her head then, it was just like...
I want to apologize to the people of Pakistan.
But no, yeah.
No,
Pakistani food. I love biryani. It's like one of my favourite dishes.
Is biryani Pakistani? I don't know. I'm sorry if this question is offensive.
I mean, no. It's one of them where, like, I don't... Yeah, I've only ever had it in Pakistani households, so that's why I would deem it as Pakistani. But yeah, and then Italian food. Italian food is just, it's just good.
I love that for you.
Another like heartwarming food.
It It is. Yeah, it is. And it tastes nice. Like I can't deny that.
It's
I
good.
really can.
It's good stuff.
Okay, cool. So I think we're gonna end the episode here.
Okay.
Before we go, I like to ask people we all say that like there's things that we want to do, and then sometimes we start them, but we don't really finish all the things that we start.
Mm-hmm.
So I like to kind of bring accountability over to people. So before we end, I ask my guests to kind of talk about one goal they want to achieve before the end of the year. And then when we get closer to that time, you're going to come back on the podcast and I'm going to ask you how that went.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be like massive things.
By the end of this year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I would like to be able to drop a song each month without a break, plus an EP / mixtape as well. So obviously August mixtape, and then a song a month from there up until next year, 100%. So yeah, that's definitely it.
With the speed that you write music and the speed of you recording, I can 100% see that happening for sure.
I've got so many unreleased songs, it's ridiculous. But yeah, it's got to be good. I'm a perfectionist, like you said, so.
Be careful. Perfectionist, procrastinator, hand in hand. Okay, yeah. Cool. That's really good. I'm excited. So January, you're going to be back on the pod. And I'm going to ask you about this.
I'm looking forward to it.
Or maybe on the 31st of December. I don't know. Oh,
yeah.
wait, no, because that's people celebrating and stuff. But, you know.
Hey, I'd be here for that. I can't lie. I'd be here. Well, 31st of December. Yeah. That's New Year's Eve, isn't it? Yeah. Bro, I'm so dyslexic. It's unreal. But yeah, thank you very much for having me on there, though. Yeah. It's been great.
Thanks so much for coming.
We haven't even talked about these, by the way.
I got them on Amazon, by the way.
Cute.
Comfy. They are really cute. Can you tell what that is?
It's a strawberry milkshake, right? Yeah?
Close. I guess it could be. It's a bubble tea.
Yeah, boba, yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, I love bubble tea. Yeah, yeah.
I saw this and I was like, oh my God, this is so cute. I'm going to have this and it's going to start some sort of conversations. No one guessed what this was.
Do you know what as well? Like, I've been drinking bubble tea for years. So, yeah, I'm sad that I didn't get that.
I know. I haven't had one in a really long time. But anyways, right. So, before we go, is there anything that you want to plug?
Yeah, go and listen to all of my songs on Spotify. I go by the name No Substance. And yeah, my music is everywhere. My latest track, Intertwine, is out everywhere, and it's a vibe.
Cool.
So go check it out.
And there's only 18 songs on Spotify anyway, so I have no reason not to listen to that. Yay!
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, that was good.